Hello, my name is Malea Rudolph, and I'm a student at Western Washington University. This is my final vlog for Theater 201, Intro to the Cinema. And today I'm going to be talking about Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. It's a film directed by Michael Gondry, came out in March of 2004. It stars a few notable Hollywood actors, such as Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey, who play the two main characters of the film, along with Mark Ruffalo, Kirsten Dunst, and Tom Wilkinson, just to name a few, who play kind of more secondary characters that nonetheless contribute to the plot. So Jim Carrey plays Joel, who is kind of shy. He's really soft-spoken. He's somewhat boring, and he falls in love with this very interesting, eccentric, bubbly, and free-spirited woman whose name is Clementine, and she's played by Kate Winslet. And these two met on a train. They fell in love almost instantly, and they dated for about 2 years. They were in a serious relationship. And following a fight between them, Joel decides to go undergo this procedure to have all of his memories related to Clementine erased to make him feel less sad. And little does he know that Clementine underwent the same procedure before he did, but the audience doesn't actually find that out until the end of the film, which is interesting. And this film is incredibly sad. Every time I've seen it, I've cried. And I think this is because I've had an experience in the past, like related to an ex, that kind of reminds me of Joe and Clementine's struggle. But I think it's also really powerful because this movie talks a lot about human connection and power, and like the power of that. We all know what love is. We know how deep and impactful that connection is. It's a pure, uncontrollable expression of the human spirit, and it can completely defy explanation in the sense that we can meet someone and be drawn to them instantly. Like, you can't really explain it, but you know that something's going down. And like, maybe you were meant to know that person. You were like meant to know that person. So that like maybe has something to do with it. But if you acknowledge that, then what can happen can be amazing. And relating it back to the film, this is interesting because a majority of the events occur within Joel's mind, and you see that throughout the film, his memories of her give his life charisma that it always lacked. And as the procedure continues, as these people try to take the memories out of Joel's mind, he still holds on to the details about Clementine, and he's just so deeply in love with her that he starts to project her into his deepest childhood memories and has her play unfamiliar people in an attempt to escape the ultimate loss of her memory, of like his memory of her, that is. So at the end of the film, and you kind of get to see what has happened after, like what happened to Joel, they meet again, and they both aren't supposed to really remember each other, but they still are connected. They still have that connection. Even though they have no conscious recollection, they act on the powerful yet unspoken impulses that they both feel, and Joel asks Clem if they could try again. And even though they were already together and much of their experiences have been forgotten, Joel nonetheless tries to see what can happen. And Clementine responds and says, things could just go down exactly the way they went before. And it might be really sad for both of us. But despite this, Joel accepts this uncertainty, and they decide to begin anew and attempt to be together once again. And continuing my analysis, this might just be a match made by a production company in Hollywood, but I think that Joel and Clementine's ultimate experience, it means so much more. As I said earlier, this film has strong themes related to the depth of interpersonal connection, playing God, and the defiance of those greater universal forces that control what happened to us. And like I said before, even though Joel and Clementine both undergo the procedure, all of the remnants, and it's destroyed all of the remnants of the memories, apparently, they still are connected. And this is illustrated through the event that happened at the end of the film. As I said earlier, for all we know, this could just be another cycle. And maybe after they're together for 2 years, then maybe they'll both undergo the procedure again, and then maybe it will just happen again. Just it keeps going in a circle. And these two are clearly people that will be connected forever, and they will consistently bring light into each other's lives that will make their painful existences sting a little bit less. And it's perpetuated again through the juxtaposition of the two characters, because Joel is like super boring and kind of wears these grays and like blue colors, and he has like this really like kind of like dark color palette, whereas Clementine's, wearing more brightly colored clothes. Her hair is constantly changing color, which kind of represents her like need to change all the time. And also the names are significant as well. Clementine is not a name you hear every day. And Joel is kind of somewhat bland and interesting. But again, despite all of these things just that are like facts about these people that are drawn to each other from the start. And like I said, it brings them together at the end. And as the saying goes, opposites attract. And Joel and Clem epitomize this for the entirety. The grays and blues of Joel's dreams and memories are illuminated with Clem's brightly colored clothes and spirit. She literally lights up Joel's existence and adds color to his life. And even while Clementine's memories are being obliterated, and Clementine, who is apart from Joe, feels lost and like she's disappearing, they still find a way to be together in the end and fight the possibility of failure. The universe retorts their actions with the match being brought together again to make new memories and leave the past behind. And I hope you guys enjoyed my analysis of Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, and I hope that these insights helped you look at the film in a different way. Thank you for watching.